Hey yo, it's Noka2 here with a new comic haul. It's been a little bit since my last haul video. I got a lot of books to show, and so let's just get started. First, as always, I want to thank everyone who has taken their time to watch my videos and post a comment. I appreciate it. So let's just get started. So these books are a number of books from yard sales over the summer, a small comic convention locally, and some eBay purchases. So I started off this book here because it kind of looks a little spooky. It's a variant edition of Amazing Spider-Man 560 or 572 Volume One. Great looking cover, bullseye. New Ways to Die, Book Five. That was $5. However, there was a sale, and I believe I may have paid only $2 for that book. Now, next few books I got at a different yard sale, but in the same vicinity. These were all dollar books. Now they're not in high grade, but for $1, some early bronze, even Silver Age. They look great in Mylar. Unexpected, 115, Neil Adams cover. This was before they even started putting signatures on the cover, but that's obviously Neil Adams. Challenges of the Unknown, number 67. Also, this is good condition at best, but presents really well in Mylar for $1. Now, this book here made me laugh. No significant. None of these have any significance other than they're Silver Age and they were $1. They were in decent condition. They're all attached, but they look great in Mylar. And these three books here were unbagged. They were unbagged and unboarded. They were just loosies. And this book here makes me laugh, particularly House of Mystery, Silver Age, number 155. This Nightmare Express train kind of reminds me, if any of you've seen the new Beetlejuice movie. I don't know, it's not really a sequel, but the second one, where they're dancing on the train, and that kind of what it reminds me of. But that's a great looking cover, again for $1. These books here, again, none of these are really any of the significance. Again, Lucy's for $1. Wonder Woman 224. Is that a bondage cover? Kinda. She's being held. 224 early Bronze Age. 223 great looking cover in great condition, near mint, for $1. And then I guess this should have been the first one, 225 Wonder Woman for $1. Now these books here, also in great condition, early bronze, 212 Wonder Woman, and then also 213, great looking purple cover, probably VF because there's a couple of spine ticks there that breaks the cover, but it looks great in Mylar, presents really well. Okay. And these next books, these are 50-cent books. Kind of run fillers. Hulk 357, the Gray Hulk. These are not in order. That's okay. 358. These are VF or near mint minus. And 359. And then let's see here, what else is there. 362. I believe I have that comic, but I wasn't sure. For 50 cent, and then also Hulk 398, also in near mint, which is one of the reasons why I picked it up. This is VF, 50 cent, great George Perez when he redid Action Superman 643. I can't remember when that came out, but 1989. So great looking cover, George Perez, R.I.P. But for 50 cent, pick that up. These were in high grade, and all these for the 50 cent were not bagged or boarded. So, Avengers West Coast 48, part of the Dark Wanda storyline. Number 49, these are John Byrne artwork, interior, and covers. And number 50, all for 50 cent in their mint condition. Now, I like picking up Marvel Tales, early Marvel Tales that reprint some iconic comics, some great looking covers. I liked how they used to kind of reprint the original covers, and now they've gotten away, and now they just do facsimile, which is also great too. But I there's something about the reprinting stories in Marvel Tales and Marvel Spectacular and Marvel's Greatest Comics for the Fantastic Four. So let's show you what I got here. Now, we have Marvel Tales number 101, which reprints a iconic, Man-Wolf, what is this, 124, I believe, Amazing Spider-Man. Kind of what the original cover looks like, except, obviously it had Amazing Spider-Man on it. Great looking book. That was in high grade near mint for 50 cent. This one here, now, this actually can go for a little bit of money, respectable. This is Marvel Tales number 112, which reprints 135, which I believe is the second appearance of Punisher. But this book here, for 50 cent, while the reprint Marvel Tales will go easily for a respectable $15, even $20 at times, and particularly in this grade, high grade near mint. This is Marvel Tales number 128. Great looking cover. I have the original Amazing Spider-Man. This is actually, I think, my third copy of the Marvel Tales cover, which... What number is this reprint? 128, so 112, so 135. So 151? Did I do the math right? I think it's sequential. I think that reprints Amazing Spider-Man 151. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. That's the number. And then, they would go back through and go through the series and reprint it again, which I really liked. Marvel Tales number 178, which was, what year was that? I mean, obviously that reprints Amazing Spider-Man 39, which I have that original book too, and also... I have the Marvel Select toy somewhere around here on one of these shelves where it reproduces this scene, which is great. I'm trying to see if I can see it on my shelf. It's somewhere up there where it reprints this scene, which is one of the reasons why I wanted that comic. Other than the iconic when Steve Ditko took over. Marvel Greatest Comics, which reprints the Fantastic Four line. This is reprints, obviously the iconic Fantastic Four 112. Original goes for $100+ for 50 cent. Great looking comic. Marvel Spectacular number 18, which reprints Thor 147. I showed the original comic a few videos ago that I purchased because I always had this Marvel Spectacular as a child and read that over and over. One of the original... It's not an expensive book either. I think I talked about that in my last video. Not an expensive book. But again, for 50 cent, I was picking that up. And then number 19, which reprints obviously 148 with this record. This here, I should show you this. This was Marvel Tales number 266, which reprints Amazing Spider-Man 252. 50 cent. And these comics here I got for, I can't remember if these were $1 or 50 cents, but they were from the yard sale. $2.59, has the subscriptions grease in it, but again, it was in high grade, and it was either $1 or 50 cents, or less, because I bought a bunch from this one seller, and he gave me a bulk discount, so I know it was less than what he had them in the box for. And there's no significance to that other than it was in high grade, so I picked it up. And then 264, which is also near mint, Amazing Spider-Man, and that was from probably the 80s, which is why I bought it. Now, one thing is that during this time period, John Romita Jr. was drawing Amazing Spider-Man, and I used to love his artwork when he did Uncanny X-Men, his first run, when they were introducing Nimrod, and also this Amazing Spider-Man run. But his artwork has gotten horrendous since then. So I don't know what happened to him. Let's see. Got this for I think it was $5. Yeah, $5. A facsimile copy of Marvel Now .1 #1, first appearance of Kamala Khan. I couldn't remember if I had picked that up. I don't have the original. The original is $100, even higher. I don't, I at this point I refuse to pay that right now for that book. Waiting, and now as facsimiles have come around, I'm getting less and less likely to buy high minor keys that are over $100, or three figures for a book that I think doesn't quite warrant that type of price. And so that's one. So that's why I've gotten that. This was $1, which I've got numerous copies of this. I think this is a great cover. It doesn't get as much love as it should have. Art Germ, Birds of Prey #11, Catman Kissing Huntress. Great looking cover by Art Germ for $1. Now, I've got a couple of complete volumes of this series, limited series, and when I find them in high grade, I'll pick them up. Early Joe Quesada work, The Sword of Azrael. This is book number 2. I've got at least two sets of this series. It's a 4-issue limited series. And then I got this, which is early Todd McFarlane, Incredible Hulk, 344, and I paid $10 for that at a local Comic-Con, which I thought was a fair price for what it was. Now, these were also from the yard sale. I saw them in the box for 50-cent box, and I think these are underrated. Early Brian Boland work. Camelot 3000 #2. I believe I have #1. I have the trade paperback first print. This is one of the early prestige formats, which is what they used to call direct comics. So before, you could only buy comics in the newsstand. And then, what was it, early 80s, right? They started doing what's called prestige format. DC did it. Marvel Fanfare was one of their first books. Epic line. The Teen Titans and the Outsiders had a direct line prestige format. And so this was one of the first prestige format, which basically meant it was direct. It was local comic shop only purchased, a direct. And where I lived at the time, there was only one comic store. And so, as a kid, it wasn't like you got to go over there all the time because you couldn't drive and your parents had to take you, and they just weren't taking me to comic shops every week to buy comics. So, and it was across town. Probably, nowadays it's nothing. It's 20 minutes away. But But anyway, I wanted this series, never had it. Settled for trade paperback. I liked it. Early Brian Boland work. When I find a series, if I can find a complete series, I will pick it up. Again, underrated. Early Brian Boland. Number 2 of 12 is called what they call a maxi series and mini series. And Camelot number 3, 2 copies of that. I didn't even pay attention to what the numbers were. I saw the whole lot of Camelot, and so I picked them all up because they look like they were in high grade. They were bagged, but not boarded. 4, 5 is missing. Number 6, number 7. Which one thing I can say about Brian Boland is his artwork has remained consistent through his career. You know, he has been the same kind of detailed pencil line that he has had, at least in my opinion, his entire career. Number 8, 2 copies of number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, and then number 12. Great looking cover is by Brian Boland. He also did the interior work. Mike Barr did the storyline, which, you know, now, also at that yard sale for $1, Watchmen number 12. When I can find high grade Watchmen, the original maxi series, I would just pick them up randomly, whatever issue that I find, as long as it's in high grade. Now these next series of books I got as an eBay purchase, and I bought simply because I missed out. I thought I missed out. I didn't know if I'd ordered these already. And the local store that I went to did not have any left. They don't order large volumes of any particular issue. And that was Venom number 34, Scotty Young variant, the Big Marvels. And so I actually ordered 5 of these at cover price. And my son took one for his collection. And so I had 5 of those, but 4 left. It turned out that I actually had pre-ordered that and I didn't need it. And so just to save on shipping, combined shipping, I went ahead and ordered from the same seller online 2 Carnage number 8, Big Marvels, and then Blood Hunt tie-in, Wolverine number 1, Blood Hunt. Also Scotty Young. Now those books all were cover price. You know, these books will not, these aren't going to be $100 books. But Scotty Young fans are devoted, I guess is the right word, kind of like McFarlane fans. And this book, you know, particularly the Venom book, will go up, I think, to $20 at some point in the future. I mean, again, it's not going to be a $100 book, but I can see that easily being a $20 book in 4 or 5 years. You just keep it and put it away. And then also this here, which was a semi-virgin variant of Gun Hunting number 1 by Adam Hughes cover. I have a number of those already, but it was a cover price purchase from this seller, so I went ahead and bought that book. All right. Now, when I was at this yard sale this summer, there was a book I'd never heard of, or that didn't even know existed, and that was Robin Prestige Format Year 1. Now, I had 1, 2, and 4, but it didn't have number 3, and so I didn't want to read it until I had the whole complete series. So I had to go online to find number 3, which I did, which is why I bought the rest of these books I'm about to show you. That was $5, which I think is that cover price for this book at the time? I don't know. Yeah, it might be cover price or $1 over cover price for that book at the time. So that's why I purchased that book. The other 1, 2, 4, I'll show in another video I don't think I've bagged it yet. But with that, whenever I buy from a seller, I try to look to see what else they have for sale and see if I can combine some shipping and maybe get a discount for buying bulk. So I got Robin Year One #3 for $5. He had Gotham Sirens #6 for $8.75, which I bought. Got this book because it's a great cover. I didn't have this one. This is the Revival #29 Jenny Frison cover. Great looking cover for $2.25. Now, I have a number of these copies, and these are harder to find in near mint online or in a store. It's already easily $10 to $20 book, respectable, particularly for the age of this book. It's not that old. I bought it at 9.8 when it came out because I wanted a 9.8 encased for $50, which is now $100, and that's Catwoman 15 Art Germ variant cover in the Michelle Pfeiffer kind of motif for $12, which I thought was a great price for near mint copy. You can look it up. That's easily a fair price for that book. Now, even though I bought all these from the seller for the price that I'm showing you, or I'm telling you, he did give me a combined discount of 20% off, because the more you bought, he gave you a bigger discount. So whatever 20% off of that would have been probably make that a $10 book. Anytime I find Catwoman also for cheap and near mint, high grade, for a reasonable price, I still pick it up. He had a number of Catwomans. $2.25 again with a 20% discount. Probably makes that what, $2, right? Number 55 for $2, 56 for $3, which makes that what, $2.50 maybe? No, 3 times 2. Yeah, $2.60. Number 61, which makes that $3. Now, I think this book looks better. They were all in near mint. This would end up being $2. I think it's a better looking cover. This here was $7.50. Also great Adam Hughes cover, near mint. Which makes that what? $1.40 off. So $5 is what I paid, right? Or $6. This was $5, so 20% off. Number 68. 71 was $2, which makes it $1.60. Got some other Adam Hughes Wonder Woman, which I already had. 164 near mint for $3.75. This one right here, I have numerous. I actually have probably 3 or 4 copies of that. Number 172 for $2.50. $173 for $6.25, which was a good price. That's in near mint. Iconic looking cover. Had a little bit of heat when the Wonder Woman 1984 movie came out because she wore that armor. Now this Silver Age book I got, he had it listed for $15, and it's a Silver Age book, Army of War, Sergeant Rock, purple cover, which I love, purple and yellow covers. Silver Age for $15, 20% off. Great looking book, so that bought that, which I thought was worth it. This here was $7.50. Howling Commando, Sergeant Fury, great looking cover. These again, these books here, the Silver Age, they're in VG fine minus, and I think the price was fair for the condition of the books. 20% off that. Sergeant Fury, number 60, great looking cover. All of them were in attached. Spine is still tight. How much were they? I mean, that makes that book $6. This here, number 61, $6. And this here is Silver Age, which I thought looked great in Mylar. It's a good, it's still firmly attached. There's a little staining on the back cover. Not water stain. I'm not sure what that stain is from. Maybe aging, but great looking cover. Teen Confessions. I don't know if there's a number on that or not, but it's attached. Which I could show you the back. There's some bra ad for girls, I guess, on there, which is funny. But it looks great in Mylar. And I paid, again, $10 with 20% off, so $8. And then I got this, Cable and Deadpool number 3. Nothing really significant about that, but that was like $7. And so I decided to pick that up too with that lot. All right. All right. Now, this is an eBay purchase, and I've been trying to complete my run of Chris Claremont X-Men. I'm missing now probably about, after I show you this video, probably about 7 books from when you go from 94 all the way up to the end of the series. There's a few issues of the Uncanny and the high 500s, early 500s and high 400s that I'm missing. So from probably like, I don't know, 400 to the end, I'm missing maybe 30 books. None of them, of any consequence. They're all dollar books if I can find them in their mint. It was what I'm looking for, or less, dollar books. And then the early Uncanny X-Men, again, I'm missing about 6 or 7 books. Really, the only big pricey book was 101, which I'm not sure if I will pay that much money for that book, because I want it raw so I can keep it in my box, long box. But to buy a graded one is hundreds of dollars, and I'm just not keen on paying that. But this here, all new, all different X-Men number 99, looks great. I paid $90 plus shipping. There's a little bit of, I don't know what that is. It's the seller told me it was a print defect, which I believe because it's not water damaged or anything. But looks great, and for $90, that's a great price. Plus postage, I think all in it was just under $100, which I thought that was a reasonable price for that comic. Now, I got this at the yard sale this summer. Now this looks great. Now this is probably only a VG copy, VG plus. Although you look at it and you say, oh no, that's much better. But there's some writing in the interior on the front page that says this book belongs to whatever kid it was that had this comic when he was a kid. First appearance of Tiger Shark, right? Iconic looking cover. In that condition, that's easily a $100 book. But it presents well. I wanted the comic. I got it for roughly $60, which I thought was a great price for that comic. He had another comic, another copy for that Silver Age book that was in that had no writing, but had all kinds of spine ticks along it. It just didn't look as well. Probably with the grading, the grade would probably be similar, with the exception of the writing, and so I wanted that more for my own collection because it looked great. Now, all right. So also at the yard sale, nice Brian Boland cover, Wonder Woman 63 for $1. Got this for $1. Amazing Spider-Man 375. I have this book, and the reason why I bought this book is because that's the cover. Um, it's kind of a cardstock cover, if you know the book, and to find it for $1 and high grade with no spine ticks. Um, wasn't really a big fan of Mark Bagley when he did Amazing Spider-Man. I have this comic, but I couldn't remember how high of a grade I had it in, and so for $1 I picked it up. Now this was $5, which I thought was a steal. Probably my fourth or fifth copy of Flash number 92, first appearance of Bart Allen, Impulse. Great looking cover. That's easily a respectable $20 book for $5. Batman and Catwoman, Brave and Bold number 197. That's when they get married in some kind of alternate dreamscape and by the Scarecrow. And when the Tom King storyline where they're getting married came out in the Batman series, this book got a spike to $20 in this grade. But for $5, I wasn't paying $20 for that book. But for $5, I'll buy that for $5. Now I got this for $5, which I'll pay all day long. This is X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 155. This is the first appearance of the Brood Queen. That's easily a $10 plus book in that condition. For $5, I thought that was a great deal. This was $1. And it's an Adam Hughes cover, which I think that's why it was in the dollar bin. A lot of people don't recognize it as Adam Hughes, but it is one of the few legacy comics that he did with no people on it. And then Avengers 152 for 50 cents in great condition for early Avengers, again 152, and I've got a number of copies of that for high grade 50 cents. I thought I'd pick that up along with 153, also in high grade for 50 cents. Now there is a printer defect here, which you can see, but again, easily worth 50 cents. I have both of those books, but again, when I find high grade bronze comics for cheap, I'll pick that up. Now this was on his wall for $25. I got it for $20. This is a Brian Boland cover of Zatanna. That's probably what it goes for, maybe a little bit more, $20-25. Wanted that comic. I like Zatanna. Now, some other books I got this summer. I got House of Night #1, Dark Horse Comics, early Jenny Frison work for $2.25. This was a great deal. Fantastic Four #120, first appearance of Airwalker, Herald of Galactus. High grade. This is easily near mint minus, maybe VF plus, just because some of the white is a little tan, but that book is easily a $40 book. 121 VF plus, also high grade. I have both of these comics already, and then I got 122 great looking Galactus cover. These were all from the same seller. He had these books were $10 a piece, but you could get $10 a piece for $30, or if you got 3, then he gave you a discount of $25. So all $3 for $25, which is a great deal. I mean, these two here easily together would be $50 or higher. Early Bronze Age Fantastic Four. Pick them up any day, any day I see them in that grade. People want $20 for each for these two books, easily nowhere near in this grade. I mean, they might have spine ticks that's black, spine here mostly. It'll be beat up, but again, for that grade, roughly $12 a piece, $13 a piece, and a Galactus cover, great Great deal. I got this over a small convention. I didn't think I had it, but then when I went to file it away, I had a copy already. Actually, I had 2 copies already. Adam Hughes, great looking cover. Red Sonja #7 for $5. I'm missing one other Tomb Raider by Adam Hughes. This is Adam Hughes #41, which I had a copy of already for $20. Reasonable price for this book. And then #42, which I did not have, for $20. Thought that was a great deal. This I bought for $20 because it was extremely high grade. I have numerous copies of this. New Teen Titans #1, second appearance of Starfire, Cyborg, and Raven, right? Nothing else to say. Early George Perez. Well, not early George Perez, but George Perez iconic cover for $20. I bought this all day long for $20. This is my 3rd copy of Teen Titans Go #1, Volume 1, high grade. Nothing else to say about that book. I mean, that's worth $20 all day long. And then this right here, Deathstroke, The Demolisher, Astonishing Tales #25, first appearance. Are you ready? $20. I mean, that is a near mint copy for $20. I couldn't pull out my $20 fast enough for that book. And then Brightest Day #4, which is the first appearance of the Aqualad guy, Jackson Hyde, #4. And I got that for $1 in near mint. Alright, now. Alright, so I'm going to show you some slabs I picked up as the last part of this video. So, when I went to yard sale, they had some slabs. Thor, #126. What else is there to say about it? Iconic. 6.5. It's in a new PGX slab, box, right? And I don't know if he just didn't want to have any more PGX books or what, but he was selling them off. I don't really have a problem. I mean, to find that book in high, what is that? 6.5? Was that mid? It's better than mid grade. What is that? A fine, right? Fine level, F-, off white to white pages. I think I paid $68 for that book because it was 20% off, and I think it was $80 listed, 20% off. So, $68, $66, great price. He actually gave me a discount on for buying a bulk because I bought 3 slabs. I almost bought 4. He had a great price on a Amazing Spider-Man 41 first appearance of Rhino and cameo of Mary Jane, or second appearance of Mary Jane for I think he had it for like $400, which is a good deal. But anyway, I debated, but I decided I'd come across that again, give it some more time to come down in price. It was also PGX, and it was a 8. Now this here, also an 8, right? Jimmy Olsen, Superman's ex-pal. Jimmy Olsen, #134, first appearance of Darkseid. Adam Hughes, I'm not Adam Hughes, shoot. Neil Adams cover. Early bronze, right? What year was that? 1970, so right at the beginning of the bronze era. For $80. I mean, not really much to say to that. I mean, $80 for that book is, I think, in that condition, is a great price. And then, and that was with the discount. I think he had it at 100. I think it was less than that. I can't even remember. Yeah, I can't remember what it was. But this book here, 9.2 PGX, Uncanny X-Men number 130, which is first appearance of Dazzler. Now, that book there, years ago I saw one in a LCS that was ungraded for $100, and I should have bought it then. I was like, I'm not paying $100 for first appearance of Dazzler. I think she's a B level character, and I just couldn't. I just couldn't do it. Now I regret it. I should have bought. He had a really long run of Uncanny X-Men, good run of the John Byrne era storyline, and I bought several of those books, but I didn't buy all. I should have bought them all, and this was one that I regret not buying. Now this was 9.2 PGX. It was listed at 200 with 20% off, so 160. I think for the grade and for its current, status, even before the rumor of Homegirl Taylor Swift playing Dazzler in the Wolverine movie, Deadpool movie, which I don't think actually occurred. I don't recall seeing her. No, it didn't occur. I saw that movie. I just don't remember Dazzler at all in that movie. But for that, that book has been getting expensive even before that rumor, before Taylor Swift. So I figured for $160, I might as well get it now. Now, this here, I think a couple of videos ago I showed the first appearance of Alpha Flight in X-Men 120. And I've been on the hunt for a 121 in high grade. High to medium grade. I wanted either something around an 8. And people want a lot of money for it. I mean, they want a lot of money for 121. And so I found this here. I bought this on eBay, right? This was an actual auction. No, this was not an auction. This was a buy it now. The guy had it listed for, I think, $130 or something like that, plus shipping. And I asked him if he'd take 110. He accepted it, so I bought it. I think it's a reasonable price. I mean, it's in pretty good shape. There's, actually, I think it's even undergraded, to be honest. I mean, the spine looks good. I think the back, it's clean. The pages are listed as off-white to white pages. I mean, I really couldn't understand why this was actually only an 8. Unless there's something else wrong with it interior-wise. But I was happy to have that at $110 plus shipping. So all in, I think I maybe paid $125. But then there was another one that was on auction, and I got in on the auction, and it ended at a weird hour. Uncanny X-Men 121. Again, 8.5. And I won it. And I paid significantly less for 180 for 121 than I did for the 8.0. Almost 20, probably almost $35 less. So, I wasn't patient. I decided after I got in 120, I just wanted to hit and get it. And then I actually debated about cracking that open because I wanted it to be in my long box. The same with this one here. I talked to a bud of mine. He goes, why don't you just get the facsimile and put it in your long box and keep that with your slabs. And so I was like, all right, I'll do that. Because I had them both. I was going to just crack this or sell it or something. But then I decided, let's keep it for now. I don't think there's a facsimile of the Uncanny X-Men 121 yet. But if they do get one, then I'll buy it and I'll put it in with the continuity. So there you have it. That's my haul for now. And I have another big book that I'm going to show probably my next video. That's a ghost online. And when I saw it, I was buy it now and immediately just picked it up. You rarely even see a copy for sale. And I'm like, I'm buying that. So we'll show it next time. But anyway, that's my haul. I appreciate all of you watching. We will talk to you next time. Peace out. Be safe.